Is another opportunity. This your boy JB, also known as I Am Battle Strong, and we're back with another daily devotional, pouring right back into our mind, body, and soul today. And I'm very grateful because after we share this daily devotional and get the good news out of this, we're gonna hop into First Samuel on the first page. What really matters in life, right? How does God see us, and how did God show the faith of God in Samuel in First Samuel? So we're gonna read First Samuel after this devotional. Hope everybody woke up with a grateful mind, body, and soul. It says, when some basic need is lacking, time, energy, money, consider yourself blessed. Your very lack is opportunity to latch on to me in unashamed dependence. When you begin your day with inadequate resources, you might concentrate your efforts on the present moment. This is where you are meant to live, in the present. It is this place where I always await you. Awareness of your inadequacy is a rich blessing, training you to rely wholeheartedly on me. The truth is that self sufficiency is a myth perpetuated by pride and temporary success. Health and wealth can disappear instantly, and can life itself. So rejoice in your insufficiency, knowing that my power is made perfect in weakness. So that's today's daily devotional, and I'm very grateful for that message, guys, because Jesus is always enough, right? I wore the Jesus is enough t-shirt. We got the Jesus is enough t-shirts, I am Battle Strong t-shirts, and it reiterates that message, right? That anything that we feel like we're lacking, we're not. We have everything we need when we have Jesus Christ. When we have a relationship with Jesus Christ, we have everything that we need. So let's hop in First Samuel. It says, what really matters? The faith of God. It says, for most of my life, I've heard many people talk about having faith in God. But it was, if God they were describing was far off, completely removed from my world, I needed to believe in this unseen force that was out there somewhere, right? But what if that message wasn't quite right? What if God was in intimately involved in this world? What if God was always present and active in reality that we live in? What if God actually had faith in you? What if God actually believed in you? What difference could this reality make in your life? The book of First Samuel is about this kind of God, an ever present, ever active creator. It's about a God who sees something inside each and every human being, something that's far deeper than what we see in each other. Just like Samuel, who got in the front row seat of the first class lesson about all the kinds of people that God chooses to use. Key word, all the kinds of people that God chooses to use. All the kinds. He didn't say the person that was born in a rich family with all the money in the world and no problems and got this handed to him and got that, the perfect person. There's no perfect person, right? Besides Jesus. He says he used all kinds of people, right? That God chooses to use. When Samuel was looking at the statue of a person, when he was choosing Israel's king, God was looking for something much deeper. You see, we judge a person's worth on his or her exterior, on what someone has, what someone looks like, or what someone does. Yet God sees the interior. He sees someone who they really are, right? Because we can't fool God. Because he sees something so much bigger than what we do. So when you look in the mirror, what do you see? Ask yourself, what do you see? When you look in the mirror, what do you see? When you look at others, what do you see? And when you look at God, and it says when God looks at humanity, he sees his creation loved, valued. God believes in you. He has faith that you can be what he created you to be. And he is at work to help you along the process. But the Lord said to Samuel, don't judge by his appearance or height, for I have rejected him. The Lord doesn't see things the way you see them. People judge the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. Good morning, Michael. Hey, good morning, brother. Good morning. It's good to see you. Um, and then the questions are here says who says the books of 1 and 2nd Samuel were originally a single work. The author is unknown. Says when, of course, the events. And 1 and 2nd Samuel took place from before 1050 between 970 BC. Of course, this was in modern day Israel and Palestine and the surrounding region. Man, just think about today what's going on, right? It says a historical record of the rise of the kingdom of Israel and the reign of its two kings, Saul and David. So the 7 degrees of Jesus, and then we'll close out in prayer. It says, if there's one thing that we learn in the pages of 1 Samuel, it is this: God is the kind of God who messes up all the rules we set up for how life should be. Popularity, achievement, prestige, and all the things society values don't appear to have much currency in God's economy. And when Jesus came onto the scene, he lived out God's values. He had a habit of breaking the rules, and it drove the religious leaders crazy. During Jesus' time, there were strict labels about who was in and who was out. Those who were in, those were deemed acceptable by religious leaders or by the religious establishment. But those who were out were rejected and labeled sinners by the religious elite. But Jesus ripped up those tables and threw them away, seeing each of society's outcasts as people made in God's image. Jesus dined with them and he spoke with them and he touched them and he befriended them. And Jesus lived a life beyond labels, recognizing the dignity of each human being. Dear Christians, dear us, dear believers, dear followers, may we start seeing people as Jesus saw people. May we stop seeing people as they're too unholy to share the gospel, or they're not righteous enough to pray for, or I'm going to share their tea and go tell everybody else about their tea and not pray for them. I'm holding us accountable as believers to be the leaders that God chose us to be. Like this is not just putting on some type of clothes and playing God. I won't allow it around me. I won't. I was in the streets at one point with people who were 110% 10 toes on the decisions that they made. So I have to be 10 toes with the lifestyle that I live. There was no playing. And if you real recognize real kind of thing, man, I can see God. I can see God right now. It's like I can feel him right now just saying, because lately people have been trying to devalue me sharing the gospel. I've had even close friends, try to silence me. But I want to read this one more time before any of you guys wake up today and feel like you're not enough, before you feel like you're not good enough to serve God or you're not good enough to share the gospel. Don't let nobody ever make you feel that way. Come over here. This is a safe place where we learn together. This is a safe place where you can ask me a question. You can ask me anything. And I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to, oh my gosh, someone on YouTube today asked me some crazy question. No, we're here to grow. This is a virtual class. I want to read this again for the extra holy moly Christians in the back because we got to hold ourselves accountable. During Jesus' time, there were strict labels about who was in and who was out. Those who were in were those who were deemed acceptable by the religious establishment. Those who were out were rejected and labeled sinners by the religious elite. Jesus ripped up those tables and he threw them away. He ripped them up and he threw them away. I can see Jesus saying, "What? What? What? These are my people that you guys are sitting here sharing the tea, gossiping about. You guys aren't praying for these people. You guys aren't touching these people. You guys aren't around these people, but you have the audacity to throw shots at my children that I created, that I love, that I sent on this earth to go create more disciples." We got to be patient with people's walk, just like we are with children. We don't tell children, oh, you upset me today, so you're a failure in life. But as adults, when we stop following our purpose, when we stop being as passionate, we try to rain on the next adult's parade on what they got going on. And that's not how God operates. That's not the love of God. What does it say the love of God looks like right here? I need to say this for the people in the back. But Jesus ripped up those labels and threw them away, seeing each of society's outcast as people made in the image of God. Jesus dined with them, spoke to them, touched them, befriended them. Jesus had a life beyond labels. And when I read that beyond labels, I believe that Jesus had a life right, but beyond the labels, yes, exactly what they're saying. But I believe Jesus had a life that people didn't really probably spend time with him when he was with these people. When Jesus dined with the unbroken people, when he spoke and touched them, it reminds me when I'm out serving the homeless by myself. Like, I love these people. I use my money, my own money. I've been asking for help for months, and I'm out here by myself serving the homeless, and I'm loving these people, and I'm hugging these people, and these people share God with me. And I come back home, and I feel like, wow, like I feel served. I went out to go serve, and I come back and I'm served. And God will show us things, guys, in many different ways. But if we're not going to get uncomfortable, if we're just going to point at the homeless person and not go actually help them, not go actually listen to what their name is, not look them in the eyes and shake their hand, that's harder. You see, it's harder to be followers of God when you actually practice the love of God and you go sit with the unbroken, right? You see a kid get made fun of at school, like, pray for them. You see somebody going through a hard time, stop laughing at them and pray for them. Show them a resource. You know how many young men just like this, and I'm sure there's young women too, but you know how many young men just like this, just like me when I was young, is looking for somebody just like me right now to pour into them, to pray into them, to believe in them, not to say, hey, you're the kid that with ADHD, you're the kid with PTSD, you're the kid with no father, you're the kid that talks too much, you're the kid that's just too much for everybody. Maybe you feel that way. Maybe somebody has made you feel that way. Maybe this world has made you feel like you're not good enough to prosper. And I'm here to tell you, you are good enough. I'm here to tell you that you are made in God's image. Okay? You don't got to have a cookie cutter life, a cookie cutter outfit, a cookie cutter personality, a cookie cutter whatever it is, heart. God made you in his own image, and I need you to understand that. Whether you're at school, an office, I don't care how your bosses look at you. I look at you and I see God. I look at you guys and I care about you guys. I want to pray for you. I want to love on you. I want to sit with you. I want to fellowship with you. I want to know what it is that you want out of this life so I can support you, so I can help you. Tap in with me. I promise you I'm a team player. Check the resume. Do your homework. I work with people. I help people. I want to do this. I love people. I don't have no time to look at people and say, wow, look at what they got going on. Look how bad that is. Look at this. Look at that. People waste their time, guys. And we got to check those people when they come around us, right? Because listen, when we understand that God has a purpose for us, I want to spend most of my time serving God's purpose and then pouring into other people who also understand their purpose. That's how we be the change that we wish to see in this world. Not that, hey, I'm an electrician and you have to do exactly what I do. Otherwise, we just can't get along. We can't coexist. That's how this world acts, guys. And we can't be like that, or we're not going to grow, especially together. So I'm very passionate about this because, guys, as I'm understanding the Bible more, as I'm understanding these stories and being able to relate it to my past, I've worked with hundreds and thousands of kids. I've been a preschool teacher. I've worked with at risk youth. I was an at risk youth. Like, there's a lot of different things because of this kid right here, me, when I was a kid. There's a lot of different things that I needed, you know. And I needed somebody to help me understand the word and spend time with me and understand the gospel and help me understand that I was made in God's image. Help me have the confidence that, you know what? It don't matter what anybody tells you. What does God tell you? What does God think of you? So I just want to share that with you guys, and I'm going to end off in prayer. But just remember this: when you look in the mirror, what do you see? When you look at others, what do you see? When God looks at humanity, he sees his creation loved, valued. God believes in you. He has faith that you can be what he created you to become. And he's at work to help you along the process. So I hope that gives someone clarity today. It's given me some clarity and peace of mind for sure. Not some, it's given me a lot of clarity, because it's one of those things that when you wake up and you live purposeful, there's wealth within that. Like, there's wealth within waking up happy, waking up driven, waking up excited to see those of you that connect on here or engage. Having an opportunity for a kid like me, like I was all over YouTube when I was young, like looking at videos. If I would have saw somebody like me pouring into me that I could actually reach out to, they'll pray for me. They'll ask me what my goals are. Like, I'm just here to help the young men and young children grow, and that's what I'm here for. So I'm just grateful, because another day is always another opportunity. And when God tells me to speak, I speak. When God tells me to be still, I be still. And so, again, I just thank those of you guys that appreciate what I do, um, and let's be more Christ-like. Let's love each other. Let's support each other. Let's be just like Jesus. Says he dined with them, he spoke with them, he touched them, and befriended them. Jesus lived a life beyond labels, recognizing the dignity of each human being. And in order to be a leader, you have to recognize the dignity in others around you, because it's not just about us. It's not about us. It's about us together. What can we do with your values that you hold, your gifts, and you put us all in a room and we can create something great. But this world is so separated based on judging, based on people doing God's job. Like, it takes a lot more work to do God's job. I'd rather just pray for people than sit there and try to figure out what their tea tastes like. How hot is it? How cold is it? How long is it gonna, you know what I'm saying? How long is it gonna take to make, to brew? I don't got time for that stuff. Gossip, negativity, those kind of things. I got time to push. We can push forward, we can fail forward, but we're not gonna move back. So remember this: what does God see in you? Right? And what do you see in yourself? And understand you are made in God's image. He is at work to help you along the process. So when you feel alone, when you feel maybe disconnected, when you feel like whatever it may be, just know God is with you and he loves you and you're made in his image. The battle has already been won. And another day is always another opportunity, y'all, to battle strong. You already know the vibes. I'm here for life. I'm here for life. Unless God tells me, hey, take a couple of days of break or whatever. But every single day, y'all, we're pouring into our mind, body, and soul. So this evening we have 50 things. We have this class, Accidental Entrepreneur. So 50 things that I wish someone told me about starting a business. Last week we started the intro. This is the second week of our first semester in I Am Battle Strong 101. So I share that with you guys. Hope y'all have a great day, and I will see y'all in a little bit. To all the youth out there, stay focused, believe in yourself, and understand God is with you every step of the way. Dear Lord, I want to pray right now before I close out, because I almost just close out without praying. Dear Lord, I want to come to you right now and be intentional about this prayer. I really pray, God, for the outcast, for the rejects, God, for the black sheep, for the kids, for the youth that don't feel like they're not smart enough, for the people who are surrounded by people who just aren't pouring into them, who aren't adding value in their life. Surround anybody, God, that's broken, or anybody that's looking for encouragement, looking for the type of energy every single day that we need to continue to get up, wake up happy and purposeful. God, I pray that if there's anybody that's needing any type of life coach and any type of anything that you have me to offer, God, I ask that you just send them this way and that you continue to give me the wisdom, the knowledge, the education, the tools and resources in your word and in your truth to deliver and sow back out into the world. Thank you, God, for the mission that you've called me on. Thank you, God, for being with me. Thank you, God, for always being with me. You're always with me. You have never left me nor forsake me. And God, I ask you that you help me continue to be faithful and loyal to you, that you help me to continue to be hungry when Satan says, you don't have enough of this, you don't got enough of that. How is that going to work? How is that going to work? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? What are they going to think if you do that? Thank you, God, for silencing the devil and helping me continue to stand bold in my faith. Thank you, God, for helping me be a role model for these young men out here that are looking for guidance, that have tons of questions like I did as a kid, that are looking for somebody that is willing to invest in them, somebody that is willing to hear them, someone that is willing to walk with them and help them get through this life. Because we all know it is hard. And it's very hard when you're actually waking up every day and you're trying to be a better man. You're trying to be a better student. You're trying to be a better wife. You're trying to be a better spouse. So, God, I pray for those of us who are trying, that are waking up trying every single day, God, and we haven't folded. Give us the faith because our flesh may fail, but my God, you never will. So remind us that, God, to help us continue to lead with the faith and the perseverance and the conviction and the determination, and help us be intimate about the relationship with you, God. You just told us in First Samuel, you sat with the unbroken people. You hug the unbroken people. You love the broken people. And you're with the broken people. So, God, as believers, may we continue to get uncomfortable, to go out and create more disciples, to go out and share our testimonies, to go out and share the truth, to go out unapologetically and love our brothers and sisters, support our brothers and sisters, and show them something different. Hey, there's something different about that person. That when I get around this person, there's something different about this person. They're different. I feel something different. That's God. That's God. So help the broken, God, and the unbelievers, the rejects, the black sheep. Help them find those that are willing, that they can send people, God, that can reach these people. Send the broken to reach the broken. Send the imperfect to help the imperfect. Because, God, none of us has it together on this earth, no matter how much it looks like. And everything that we have, no matter how much money we have in our bank account, we could lose it all tomorrow and be pleading out to you tomorrow. Jesus, help me. What happened? I lost it all. So help us stay fixed on your good. Help us stay fixed on your power and lead on your understanding and not our own. Because if I lead on my own understanding, God, I already know I'm going to fail. And I'm going to fail backwards, not forwards. So, God, help us fail forward if we do fail. Help us keep the faith to continue to fail forward by having the faith to continue to persevere through our trials and tribulations and not let the voices of the enemy and not let the voices of our neighbors or of whoever, classmates, tell us what we can't do. Because through God, all things are possible. And another day is always another opportunity. Battle strong. I hope y'all have a great day. Another day, always another opportunity. God bless. How do I stop this? Okay.